Yeah, they expect me to do that today. I'm not sure how high I'll get, but I'm going to try my best. Here at Gravity, we are in Hamilton, the Hamilton location. I understand there's 2 locations, Marina, but you've got some skilled climbers here.
We definitely do. We definitely do. And all of these folks are wonderful staff as well. So they are all very experienced, both on and off the walls.
Well, it being March break this week, I'm assuming you guys are pretty busy with parents and kids coming in wanting to climb and burn some energy.
Oh, baby, yes.
So as a parent, I've got 2 kids, 9 and 11. I bring them in here. What do I need to know how to do? Do I need to know how to do anything?
Yeah, great question. So first thing I would say is if you're planning to come in, it's a good idea to call ahead just to make sure that you've got everything you need to get going.
Okay.
We're really happy to help you get started. What we need first is waivers. So everybody's going to need to sign a waiver.
Even I had to sign one, and it's just for TV purposes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So everybody needs to sign a waiver beforehand. And then as well, we need somebody to either hold the ropes for you or you to hold the ropes for yourself.
Okay, so it's called belaying, right? So if you know how to belay, you can come in, prove to you that you know how to belay. You can do it with your kids. But if you don't know how to belay, there's people here that can help you.
Exactly, exactly. And so if you need one of our staff to hold the ropes for you, you just need to book that in advance.
Okay, now what about the kind of shorter
walls
climbing?
Yeah, that's called bouldering.
Okay.
And bouldering you can do without any sort of advanced booking. You can just come in and boulder.
And climb, and if you fall, you fall.
Exactly, exactly. We'll show you how to fall. We'll show you how to fall properly, but you can just come in and fall.
Do you guys offer like courses, programs, camps, that kind of thing?
Yeah, we do all of those things. So we have courses to learn how to belay. Okay. And then we also have youth programs as well. So your kids would be a perfect age to come in and give it a shot. The youth programs are 6-week programs with our staff coaching and helping kids learn how to climb.
It's so fun. My kids absolutely love it. And this is not a sport that I would have gravitated to, but I think it's that feeling of accomplishment. You know, you're starting at the bottom, you're using your own strength, your own determination, your own skill in terms of which, way you're going to go. And I know things are numbered and there's specific paths that you're supposed to take, and each path is its own difficulty level. So I understand that part, but they've really gotten into it. So I understand why the youth program is probably really popular.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And I think parents enjoy seeing their kids progress in something that is so individual, right? Because
a team sport.
Exactly. A lot of kids don't necessarily gravitate towards team sports. They want to do something where they're challenging themselves and working towards getting better against where they were last week.
Yeah, it's amazing. Okay, well, coming up, we are going to be hitting the wall, so to speak, and I'm going to try my hand at climbing. There is lots more coming up here on Morning Live. Back at Gravity Climbing Gym here in Hamilton, Marina is going to teach me a little bit about the safety, what kind of equipment you would need, and this is what I'm going to put on, I think, to climb up one of these incredible walls. So what do we need in order to be, semi-pro, beginner, professional climber?
Absolutely. So this is my gear bucket.
Okay.
In here we've got a pair of shoes. These ones, as you can see, are quite tipped at the or rounded here. They're a little bit more aggressive than the rental shoes that will get you in.
Okay.
And then I've got a harness.
Fancy.
Yeah, it's got these like quick buckles versus these
I was gonna say,
manual.
Mine doesn't look like that.
And these ones are a little more comfortable, so sorry.
That's all right. For TV purposes, I do just about anything.
We've got a chalk bag, which will definitely get you one of those, because if you start sweating on the wall, you want to use the chalk to dry up your hands so that you can still grip very well.
Okay.
These are called quick draws, and these, if you're lead climbing, so it's a different style of climbing than what we're going to be doing today. One of our staff is probably going to show it off a little bit later. You clip this into the wall and then clip your rope to the bottom here, and that's how you stay safe as you head up the wall if there's no rope up there.
Smart.
Yeah.
All right.
And then a rope.
Okay. We're going to try and get me into this. I apologize if, it doesn't look as pretty.
Awesome. So arms up. I'll give you a hug.
Okay. And this is something that you guys do. This isn't something that you would just hand to somebody and be like, here you go.
Yeah, exactly.
Off you go. Go climb some walls.
Unless they're belay certified, we are doing it for them.
Okay. So you want to make sure that it is nice and snug, but not too painfully tight, right?
Exactly. So
Okay.
it should be so that it doesn't slip down past your hips. Thankfully for women, it's a lot easier to get that on them.
Right. Thank goodness I'm a girl.
Awesome.
Okay. Now, does it have to sit at a specific level?
It should be about your belly button.
Okay. Belly button, and then what about on my legs? Just
On
kind
your
of right
legs,
underneath
we
my butt?
want it to be high. Yeah, exactly. High and snug, comfortably snug.
Okay.
So I'm gonna tighten that up a little
Is
bit.
it so I can kind of sit back into it and it's going to hold me when I
Exactly.
start coming down the wall? Yay, yay, yay. Well, they've got youth programs here. They've got climbing for adults. They will help you. If you don't know how to belay, you can take a course. It only takes 2 hours to learn how to belay. And then you can bring your kids here. You can bring yourself here. You can bring friends. Like, I can imagine that this place would be a lot of fun for a group of friends that love to be active together. I actually knew a guy, I think he used to come here all the time, and I think he told me he came to like a stag party here once.
Oh yeah, we've definitely done that before.
That's
And
amazing.
then it's really cool too because climbing is a safe activity for kids roughly the age of 4,
Yeah.
all the way up into your 70s and 80s. So we have a group of women in their 70s that regularly climb here.
No, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's amazing. I love to hear stuff like that. It's like being active in the community and getting out and doing something that's a little bit different.
Totally.
You know, because this isn't something that everybody does, right? Well, I'm going to try coming up next. But for now, sending things back inside the studio. This is tight enough, right?
Yeah.
Well, here we go, climbing up the wall. James has my life in his hands. Right, James? Yep. Yep, we're good. Okay, we're on the beginner walls. Tell me a little bit about the walls, why this is good for me.
Yeah, absolutely. So, first off, we're on some very easy climbs.
Are we out?
Are we there? This is what we call the ladder, and then this one is a 5-7. A 5-7. Yeah, so the rating system is a little difficult to understand.
Okay.
So 5 point, you ignore that part. That just means it's a straight up point.
Okay.
The 7 is the difficulty. You're on a 3.
Oh, that's why it's so easy. Right. But you're on a 7.
I'm on a 7. It's a little bit more challenging. You've got to think a little bit more about where you're going, what your hands are doing, what your feet are doing.
There has to be some strategy put into it.
There's a little bit more strategy put into it versus this one, which is just a straight up climb.
Okay. Now, why is climbing good?
Why is climbing good?
Like, is it good for your health?
It's great for your health. So it is a full body workout, for one thing. You work out your arms, your legs, your core. As well, you can get a cardio workout if you go fast.
I can go fast.
If you go fast.
I get that. And balance.
And balance. And so we were talking earlier about how important balance is as you get older. If you do this as an older adult, you improve your balance so much.
I'm just looking at Luke, and I love the fact that he's halfway up the wall, holding the camera. He's kind of my hero right now because I couldn't even imagine holding anything but myself up on this thing. And I'm like, I don't even want to look down because how high do we get?
We get to about 50 feet.
50 feet. James, you sure you got me? Okay, well, coming up, we're actually going to take a look at some of the climbing pros that work here, and they're really going to wow us with their skills. And if you're lucky enough when you come here, you can see them do their thing. But look at this. We've made it to the top. Now, does this constitute the top? Do I have to touch this one?
Touch the last one.
Okay. Woo! Oh my gosh, I don't want to look down. Oh, so we're coming up on Marine Line. Don't go anywhere. Whew. How do I get down? Just sit back.
Sit back, relax, and throw the right.
Go to the right? Okay. Okay, I've climbed one of the walls. I'm going to show you some bouldering in a second, but first I need to learn how to fall because it's quite possible I'm going to fall off this wall.
Absolutely. So the first really important thing is to bend your knees. You want to make sure you bend your knees. You're going to land on your feet, roll onto your butt, and then your back. I'm going to demonstrate it, and
Okay.
then I'll show you. Yeah.
Okay. Oh boy.
Hands in front.
No problem. I can do that. How high were you?
Not that high.
Not that high. So like
Yeah, perfect.
this high?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yay, I know how to fall.
Woohoo.
Okay, talk to me a little bit about bouldering. Why do people do it? What is the element?
Bouldering is fun, bouldering is physical, bouldering is hard. There's a lot to it.
Clearly.
So, if you want to follow the one color, the green, that'll
Okay.
probably be a little easier. Yeah, there you go.
Oh, okay.
So it's color coded. It's not specific to difficulty. So this one's a G minus, which is one of our easiest climbs in the gym.
I'm like struggling. I'm like, where do I put my hand next?
Where do I put my feet?
Okay, so now that I'm halfway up the wall,
Yeah.
let's talk a little bit about the programs that you guys offer here and how someone can be as good as Alan.
Yeah, absolutely. So Alan is doing what we call lead climbing. So lead climbing is a little different than top rope. The rope, namely, isn't already at the top of the climb. So you've got to bring the rope up with you. The lead climbing takes a lot of training.
Wait, he took the rope up with him?
Yeah. So he's clipping the rope in each time he goes. So he's coming up to a clip now. He's going to pause, let go,
okay.
and clip it in.
Okay, so the purpose of that is?
To keep you safe. So you are connected to the wall and you are connected to your belayer from the furthest point that you just clipped. So if he were to fall now, he would fall quite a distance. But if he were to fall now that he's clipped, he would not fall very far.
Oh, I see. That makes so much more sense. And that's at the beginning of the segment where you were showing the equipment. That's all
Yeah.
those,
The rope and the quick draws.
I want to call them carabiners because that's what
Oh,
they look
yeah.
like to me.
Yeah. Each quick draw has 2 carabiners on it. So you're right.
Okay, good. See, I know what I'm talking about.
Absolutely. You're an expert climber.
Yeah. I mean, if you're afraid of heights, I don't know if this is the sport for you, but I mean, you can face your fear.
I was going to say the funny thing is a lot of our climbers and a lot of our staff actually started with a fear of heights. And
Really?
then they just tend to...
Whoa! It is on purpose. Don't scare our viewers. So they begin with the fear of heights and then they get over
And
it.
then get over it because the exposure therapy is just so powerful, right? Because each time you climb and nothing bad happens, you have an example of safely facing your fears.
Yeah, it's true. Okay, well, we are at Gravity Climbing Gym in Hamilton, and wow, what you guys can do here is pretty spectacular. There's so much more coming up on Morning Live, so make sure you stay with us and bring the kids here. Burn off some energy for merge break.
Oh my God.
That's terrifying.